and is commissioned as an officer in the Marine Corps. Woo-hoo! John Guandolo.
Good morning. It's good to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak. And I just want to ask some basic questions of all of you that are here today, including our friends over here, is that if we're interested in the truth, let's get to the truth. Let's talk about the truth. So Linda Sarsour clearly states that she supports Sharia, Islamic law. So what is Sharia? Where does it come from, and what does it say? Well, according to 100% of Islamic scholars, Sharia comes from the Quran and the example of the Prophet Muhammad in the Sunnah. And when we look at what they teach here in New York City at Islamic schools and mosques, I have two books here. I have the most widely used textbook in Islamic junior high schools, and I have the tafsir that is used weekly to teach classes inside of mosques. So I'm going to start with this book, the most widely used junior high school textbook in the United States in Islamic schools, and I'm going to turn to page 2. And it says, Islam is not a religion, however, a complete way of life. 100% of Islamic doctrine defines Islam as a complete way of life, social, cultural, military, political, and religious, all governed by Sharia. 100% of all published Sharia law says it is obligatory to wage jihad until the entire world is under Islamic rule, and 100% of published Islamic law only defines jihad as warfare against non-Muslims. As a matter of fact, in this same book right here, it says of the 3 duties in Islam, one of them is jihad, and it defines jihad as this. The word jihad is most often associated with the act of physically confronting evil and wrongdoing. Not spiritual yoga, not doing your homework, not getting to work on time, but physically confronting what they define as evil in the Sharia, which is any place on the planet that is not under Islamic law. There is a picture right here of a tank, just in case the little children are confused about what jihad is. And it says this for 7th graders: anyone who dies in jihad will automatically go to paradise. A shaheed or martyr is described this way by Allah. Don't think that those who were killed in Allah's cause are dead. No, they're alive, finding the bounty in the presence of their Lord. And if we go to the back of the book where it talks about the Islamic State, it says the basis of the legal and political system is the Sharia of Allah. And quote, well, actually, this is truth. This is what Muslims are being taught in New York City and all over the country. The duty of the Muslim citizens is to be loyal to the Islamic State. The duty of the Muslim citizens is to be loyal to the Islamic State. To understand Islamic law, you have to understand 2 things. What the Quran says legally and what the example of the Prophet Muhammad was. The entire Quran has been defined legally in the tafsir by Islamic scholars, and this book is used here in New York as well as across the world because it's the most authoritative tafsir in Islam. And when we look at Surah 9:5, fight and slay the unbelievers wherever you find them, and lie in wait for them in each and every ambush, it legally defines and besiege them and lie in wait for them in each and every ambush as this, and I quote, do not wait until you find them. Rather seek and besiege them in their areas and forts, gather intelligence about them in the various roads and fairways, so that what is made wide looks ever smaller to them. This way they will have no choice but to die or embrace Islam. Now this is being taught in Islamic schools all over the United States and in the world because this is Sharia. Linda Sarsour supports this. Is that somebody who should be speaking at commencement addresses at universities in the United States? So today, where do we find ourselves? My organization, understandingthethreat.com, we primarily go around the country and train law enforcement and leaders about this information. We do a 3-day program where we teach an entire